170 jobs at risk in the Plumbfirst collapse. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. We're going to look at an article from news.com.au that was sent to me by several viewers. Because once again we have another building company, this is a plumbing group collapse. The construction apocalypse sadly is ongoing. This is becoming one of the longest playlists I'm creating on my channel, everyone. So, the Australian company Plumbfirst Group collapses, 170 jobs at risk. So, a national Australian company has gone under, with administrators working to try and save the firm and prevent disruption to customers. So, it's become the latest casualty due to worsening economic conditions and rising prices as it collapsed, risking 170 jobs. Now, we all know, regulars of the channel will be well aware of the arguments I make as to why we're seeing this happen in the construction industry. A big part of it is the overheating of the sector due to government intervention and stimulus. So, the plumbing and electrical contracting firm, Plumbfirst Group, and 6 related businesses have been placed into voluntary administration after it blamed rising material costs for its demise. WLP restructuring partners Alan Walker and Glenn Livingston were appointed on Wednesday as administrators and are urgently seeking an injection of funds or a buyer for the group. Mr. Walker said the decision to appoint administrators was made by the group's directors after raising material costs adversely impacted its financial performance. The group comprises one of the largest plumbing and electrical contracting operations across Southeast Australia, with a well-established 170-strong workforce and customer base, he said. We are confident that a process to sell or recapitalise the group can move ahead quickly with the objective to maximise recoveries for creditors, and minimise disruption for staff and customers. Hopefully they'll find a buyer for this and it'll be a happy ending, but so, we're confident, we've looked at that. We're confident that a process to sell or recapitalise the group can move ahead quickly. We are already working closely with management, employees and other stakeholders to do everything we can to continue to trade the group on a business-as-usual basis while we seek viable options to secure its future. The administrators will continue trading the group with no interruptions to ordinary operations expected at this stage, they added. Okay, so that's a good sign. That's a very good sign. Hopefully they can get a buyer or get some more funds and turn the company around. Currently, it's unclear how much debt and the number of creditors that are impacted by the collapse. Plumbfirst Group's related businesses also include BPL Auto First, Comfy First, Elect First, First Action Group, Plumbfirst, and Plumbfirst, Elect First, Comfy First, New South Wales. Okay. The first statutory meeting of creditors will be held on the 24th of April. It's not the first plumbing contractor to collapse this year. In February, major Victorian contractor CDC Plumbing and Drainage announced its shock closure after it collapsed, owing $7.1 million, while 197 staff members lost their jobs on the spot as a result of its demise. It comes at a torrid time for the building industry, which is having a knock-on effect for contractors. A string of construction firms have gone under this year, the most recent being one of Australia's largest home builders, Porter Davis Homes. It collapsed suddenly at the end of March, placing 1,700 projects in jeopardy across Victoria, Queensland, while another outfit, Lloyd Group, also went under, with 59 projects and 200 staff impacted. Last month, PBS Building, a multi-million-dollar firm, which does a mix of commercial and residential projects across Queensland, New South Wales and ACT, sent shockwaves through the industry when it collapsed. And I think we're going to see all of the builders that we've been covering in the construction apocalypse, going through all of these articles from the different outlets over the last few years. And, here is let me just remind everyone, and I will load up my PowerPoint so we can go through it, because none of this is without There's a reason to this madness, everyone, to what's going on. Remember, the government came to the rescue, and we'll just look at that here. Let's bring this up. So let's remind ourselves how the government came to the rescue and how that led to a situation where we have companies in the construction sector nearly falling over every month, or every week at the moment. They kept the zombies alive. They changed the rules with regards to trading while insolvent. Okay, this is why. This is one of the reasons why when people are predicting, oh, housing's going to crash, the whole economy's going to collapse, get your silver and your gold and your rifles, they'll just change the rules before they allow that to happen. Okay, we've seen it already. They've changed the rules. They allowed zombie companies to continue. They allowed people to trade while insolvent. Now, a lot of normies probably have got no appreciation of how dangerous this is. There's nothing worse than doing work for someone and not getting paid. There might be people who've gone their entire lives and who haven't experienced the challenges of being a business owner. Sadly, yeah. Sadly, there are a lot of them that have a lot to learn. But you can see here the companies entering external administration and started trending down. So it's tracking back up again. So we're getting a spike of insolvencies. It's growing, at a tremendous rate. Hoo-ha, fear, fear, doom, doom. It's just going back to normal, guys, because they let people trade while they were insolvent, which is just utterly insane. This is the thing that scared me most than anything. So just think about it. Some of these issues could have manifested back when they allowed this to happen, and it's taken a few years to work its way through a company. And how many of them have we seen falling apart? This is what happens, guys. This is the price of government intervention. You've got to remember it, and it's never free. You've got the JobKeeper. The amount of people that are employed were on JobKeeper, nearly 9% in Victoria. That alone is insane. Then you've got a whole housing market just juicing the market. And this overheated construction and just exacerbated labour and material costs and all of the other problems that you've got. You've got the cash rate down at 0.1%. I don't know why anyone would not assume that would go up. Okay, that was the only way it could go. You've got Home Builder. Home Builder was very effective at stimulating the economy, but it overheated the housing market. You can see at the bottom chart there. Look at the housing approvals skyrocketing up. Okay, and this is why when you see housing approvals have crashed, yeah, of course they have, because we're coming off a peak, an artificially overheated peak. What I'm worried about is, and what we may be seeing, is a defective work in spec homes, in residential detached housing, because of an overheated market. You've got the first home buyer grants, you've got 5 and 2% government loans, you've got negative gearing and super withdrawals. I mean, all of these things come together. You've got the not in my backyard crowd, that's just part of our culture now. And yeah, those are the reasons why I would argue housing's pretty solid here in Australia, guys. But also why the government has overheated the market and caused a lot of the problems that are now manifesting in the construction sector. Okay. Wait, no, I got confused then. I got distracted. Not why housing is solid. Housing is solid, that's another 9-point slide. Essentially, you've got people only want to live in 3 cities, you've got population growth and continued demand propping up that sector. And this is why, that slide is why we're seeing a construction apocalypse now. Why builders are going under, guys, because they messed it up. But hey, it stimulated the economy and that's what they wanted. So anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Check out Heise BIM and Heise Does. And if you're a fan and want to support us, you can on YouTube or Patreon, using our referral links, buying our pocket squares, or calling us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. Bye for now.